Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have National Treasure, Book of Secrets. It's the sequel to the original National Treasure film starring Nicolas Cage, and we have a lot of returning characters here. We have, John Voight playing his dad, and we also get, what's her name? What's his name? Justin Bartha playing Riley, and yes, I'm looking at the notes I took, but hey, I can't remember everything. Diana Kruger playing his girlfriend, or in this case, his ex. But, who knows? We get to meet another member of his family in this movie. His mom. We get to see Nicolas Cage's mom. Well, not Nicolas Cage's mom, but his character's mom. Ben Gates' mom, played by Helen Mirren. So, hey, Helen Mirren, I forgot completely that she was in this film. She's wavering between an English accent and a not so English accent. But yeah, it's I think she made an attempt at it, but for the most part, she's still very British in this. Other than that, we also Ed Harris plays the baddie, the guy who's accused Nicolas Cage's character, accused his ancestors of being involved in the assassination of Lincoln. So really, he's doing it to draw him out and help him solve a mystery to find the lost city of gold. Well, I'm not going to give it all away from you. I realize this movie came out in 2007. It's about 2 hours and 5 minutes long. And you probably have already seen it, but if you haven't, well, I'm not going to tell you what the Book of Secrets actually is. It's a long-lived urban legend. There's tons of little things throughout this that there's actually so much in these films. Tons of little bits of history, some bits of pseudo-history. It all fits together like a big puzzle. So, and that's what this movie's all about. It's them talking out puzzles, figuring out mysteries and combinations, and cracking codes and things like that. And it sounds very smart, and it's kind of the kind of on your feet thinking that you don't normally get in action heroes. Usually, they just sort of have action. But there's plenty of straight ahead action too, because it's produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. John Turteltaub, I think, also. I didn't even look at that one. I didn't even look at my notes there. But yeah, it's a great, fun action film, family oriented. It's got Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage. For a moment, I thought for a minute he was a bit, more restrained in this film, and yeah, compared to some of his more intense roles, Mandy and things like that. Some of his more intense films, this is much calmer, but you still get lots of oscillating volume of his vocals, his voice. He gets loud in Buckingham Palace, of all places. He gets loud whenever he needs to, and it's very much Nicolas Cage style acting and a Nicolas Cage film. So if you go see Nicolas Cage and see him get crazy, well, this is another one of those films you need to make sure you see if you haven't seen it yet. If you think for some reason it's Disney and if you disparage Disney, you wouldn't be watching this or have Disney Plus. So forget that. There are some people though that have this attitude that if it's Disney, it's too wholesome and it's not action oriented enough or whatever, that it wouldn't be a good Nicolas Cage film. Yeah, his stuff tends to be a little bit more edgy at times, but you know what? He knows how to make a good family adventure, smart, and fun film. So, yeah, it travels all over the globe, James Bond style, but these guys are far from James Bond. But it's like I keep saying, it's fun. It's aged really, really well, and it's for me that kind of surprised me. There's whole set pieces here that are actually, if they're not practical, I'm very surprised. Once they reach a certain underground area, I won't talk about in detail, with lots of flowing water and everything else. I think it's a practical set in an era in which practical sets were going away. In this case, it looks really real. And I think it was. There's certain other points where it was definitely CGI, definitely computer generated, but for the most part, there was one huge set piece that could have been fake, but it was real. So it's worth it just to see how it comes together. And all our heroes get very, very wet in the process. It has a Tomb Raider feel, because that's what they do. They raid tombs, I guess, in a sense. But yeah, there's action above ground. Oh, and one of the most audacious things in this entire film, which says in the descriptions, if any of you look for it, and also I think in the trailer they even mention it. In order to get where they need to go, find the clues they need, Benjamin, or what's his name, Ben Gates, he needs to kidnap the president. Played by Bruce Greenwood. So, hey, again, there's tons of people I forgot were in this thing. Bruce Greenwood, if you don't know, you know Bruce Greenwood. You've seen him in a billion things. He's always plays either an upstanding dad or authority figure or a president. So Ty Burrell also shows up in this. He's him from Modern Family. He plays Phil Dunphy. And yeah, it's a nice little treasure hunt of actors as well in this. So hey, like I said yesterday, there's supposedly a National Treasure 3 coming. Hopefully, they got a writer, I think, and they might have a story by now. I don't know. And hopefully Nicolas Cage is coming back. Seems like it would be a good time, especially with all the new advancements in technology and special effects and things like that. Should make it an even bigger, more bombastic kind of adventure for Ben Gates and his crew. So, hey, worth checking out. I think it's time to pick tomorrow's number. Why does it always do that? There we go. Generate. 315. We're sticking in 300s for some reason. I don't know. It doesn't want to leave the 300s. But at least I don't scroll far. So, 315. Oh. It's a series of shorts, I think. We'll see. It's yellow colored. It's 315 is we're heading back to the Lego stuff. It's Lego Star Wars The Resistance Rises. So I think it's probably actually it's just a short. It's not a series or anything. So hey, this one should be really easy after the last few movies we had to go through, which were much longer. So hey, let's check out Lego Star Wars The Resistance Rises. Looks like it's going to take place in our sequel trilogy era. We're leading up to it anyway. See you back here tomorrow after we give it a look. And if not, then I'll just tell you how it went if you didn't watch it. Okay? Deal. See you then. Bye.